here to fix the place after you remove all of the garbage. We're looking at a place that's got 2 bedrooms, could be used for a family, but nope, nobody's going to use this place. Apparently the tenant was here for 40 years, but New York's laws that we have today mean for the next 40 years, it's going to sit in this same state. This is sad. This is communist unaffordability right here, because it's all based on the idea that whoever owns this place is making too much money, and they need to be punished just like whoever owns $200 million penthouse. Never.
You see how he re-navigated that away from 40 years as someone was living there, to which now he called it communist, which, if you look at the root of which communism was hated for, was not for the class struggle against the poor, but rather that black and brown people were being given the resources rather than the white people. Because the most impoverished people of our society are black and brown. No one hates communism, they hate black and brown people that use it for their benefit. That's why they're trying to replace the N-word with communism. This is why white liberals use socialism to tell us to know our place. Meanwhile, they help their white friends and their white working class people, which he calls himself working class, as he says he cannot afford houses to buy and renovate, because he is one of which has more access and resource that he believes the white working class should be able to buy houses and flip them. This is again white supremacy, and white socialism teaches you this, because it's the white liberal that utilizes socialism in order to make it a class issue rather than a racial one. We are oppressed because we are not white. We are oppressed because we practice a culture different than the Christian Protestant. They don't hate us because we're communists. They hate us because we are black and brown. This is why they make fun of DEI. You can have a degree, you can have an education, but you're still a brown or black person. This is why they avoid the racial discussion a lot of the time, because they get ridiculed and death threatened until they fall in line the same way. Intimidation, threats, slander, defamation from the KKK and the white supremacists will utilize that in order to attack you. They are pushing the same agenda. They do not hate you because you are a socialist. They hate you because you are black or brown. If you are a white person, you are stealing even the credit of victimhood in order to make yourself equal to the black and brown, of which of is oppressive measure. But if you fight it in the ideology of actually gaining access to resources, you find out socialism works great for you, but for the black and brown does not work just the same. Because unless that organization understands the racial issue, they are pushing again toward white supremacy, toward the perspective of white people. This is why they push anti-communist rhetoric. This is why they push anti-socialist rhetoric, because they are aiming to help the most impoverished first, which is of course going to be the Latino and African Americans here in America. Which of course we say black and brown because anyone else is going to become a diversion up against what is happening, because this happens to the Asian people, this happens to anyone else that is ethnically different, this happens to the Muslims, which is culturally different, this happens to anyone who is not white Christian Protestant.